Good Sunday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, a part of the Digital Sim Sports Network, and our live coverage of the MARS ScrubADub Car Wash and Oil Change Centers Limited Late Model Series Lernerville Speedway this evening. The track with no outside wall. You got to keep her in the park if you want to be any good here. This is round number 8 tonight. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, round number 8. I have a post for this. I should probably look at it. I didn't. Bad about that on occasions. Let's see. Where did it go? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that would be it right there. Only 2 races. Yeah. So, only 2 races left. So, this is week number 9. After 8 is where we are right now. Small field tonight. Do not know why we have such a small field. We've been having 13, 14 guys tonight. We only have 12. I know where one driver is. He's across the state, so you will not see 21 car Garrett Boyd this evening. Hey, what's going on up there? I see Beers Constant already in the chat. Guys, light up the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. You got a favorite driver? Shout them out. If you're over on Facebook, like, share, follow. Haven't already, make sure you share that for sure. And YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo. Hit the subscribe button. You'll know every time we go live. Some interesting developments for this series. I cannot announce yet, but everybody's going to get excited about this, I think. Mr. Rundle and myself have been discussing a few things, and we're going to be making an announcement here pretty soon about the future of MARS and also the future of DSRL. So, going to be a lot of fun. We got a big 35-lap feature for you this evening. We'll probably have a couple of quick heat races. Everybody going to get them in here, get them lined up, get them ready to go. Hello, Deb. Over on our Facebook. I've already seen a few likes from different places, so that is wonderful. Drivers headed into their drivers meeting. They're going to come out. We're going to have a little bit of qualifying, and then we're going to have some racing. Like I said, relatively small field, 11 drivers this evening. As a very late arriving Pete Dillon in the 07 machine. The guy's supposed to be holding the drivers' meetings out there and making laps. What is going on? Where's that guy's heads at? I don't even understand. We can't fault him too much. He's got a small field. He don't have a whole lot he's got to say to him. So, do not forget, full week this week. Championship night tomorrow night. Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder for both the big blocks and the UMPs. 80 lappers at Kokomo, back-to-back for those guys. So make sure that you mark your calendar to tune in for that. Short Track Showdown Series on Tuesday. That is an 8 p.m. Eastern start. And then Wednesday this week, Chandler Grand Prix, round 5 of qualifying. 5 of 8 qualify for that big show. And then the SimRatMarket.com Mighty Midget Series back in action on Thursday. We're looking to see if somebody can go 3 in a row in that series. He swept it in his first ever night with him on last Thursday, and he's going to try to go in right now. Watching the 51 of Adam Vinny, and I'm sure all the Victor Vinnies hanging around somewhere. Haven't seen any of them just yet, but I am sure they are paying attention. Your boy qualifying right here. We're going to get on his. Randy Brunner quick as 15.45. That may drop right there. 15.16 for Adam Vinny. I do know Scott King was second quick in the warm-up session. We'll see where he's at after his first lap. He goes second quick again. About almost 7/100ths off the pace. Vinny slowed down on his second lap. We're going to watch Scott King's second lap. Then we're going to go watch, oh, I don't know, Shane Yates probably. King slowed down, ran the same time, so, as Vinny did. And here's Shane Yates, somebody to watch each and every time dirt cars hit the track and he's in the field. He's a car you got to keep your eye on the time clock right here. So Brunner moved to third. Tefelsky is fourth right now behind Vinny and King. Shane Yates round the top side. Yates putting it together, 15:31. Got to find a little bit here. You got to find a little over a tenth, about a tenth and a half. He is going to come to the top of this thing in his second lap. 15:18 makes him second. Quick. 144th car, Jordan LaFawn. Missed the line. Well, Twinkle Toes, you should have been on it. Jordan LaFawn. This time around, fifth quick. Rundle, fourth quick. So we're going to see with a little bit of inversion, some of these guys that are middle of this pylon, they're going to move to the front for their heat races. And that can change some things up just a little bit. Right now it's Adam, Vinny, Shane Yates, Scott King, 1, 2, 3. Not even a full tenth of a second between those three cars. Jordan LaFawn just getting some laps in. Pete Dillon doing the same. Pete Dillon right now, eighth quick. He is finishing things up. And the session going to come to an end, so we're going to get ready for heat races. Pit stand. We're going to start looking at drivers getting ready to line up. This is what we're going to see in our first race for lineup. It'll be the 50 of Dan Tefelsky on the pole and the 144 of Jordan LaFawn on his outside. Scott King, the 18 car, tiny dancer himself, rope 2 to the inside, and he's going to have the fastest guy in the room on his outside in the 51. That'll be Adam Vinny. Then the 46 of John Brunner will start row 3 to the inside next to the 7 of Austin DeMore. There's Austin rolling out. Those 6 cars. Everybody's going feature racing tonight. Get them rolling by here. Get a good look at the whole pack, hopefully. Tefelsky and LaFawn, front row. See how tall the banking is. Cars almost disappear behind it from out here, out back above these trees. Hard to get that view, hard to get that sense of how tall that banking is from up here on top of the press box. But we are ready to go. Green flag racing, heat number 1 underway. Tefelsky, 1 car length out in front as we come around to complete the first lap. LaFawn tucked right underneath. Now he's getting jacked up from behind by the 18 of King. And Adam Vinny said, well, I'm just going to go to the bottom and see if I can go around all you guys. And that only worked for 1 spot. He took third away from that 18 car. 2 in the books, 4 under a blanket. Bit of a gap back. John Brunner there in the 5th spot. DeMore in 6th. We're going to get back here. Watch this front group. LaFawn looking to the inside. Can he lead the lap? Now Tefelsky with the momentum off the top side by about a car length. Tefelsky hanging on. Scott King trying to get up there on the top. Contact in front of him. Now King finds the fence, trying to avoid the contact. This time LaFawn takes a spot, all kinds of contact between Tefelsky, Vinny, and King, and that'll check all 3 of those guys up. It's going to be a dogfight For the second and third spot, more contact. Tefelsky and Vinny. Vinny down in the grass. He's going to save the car. Lose a spot. Tefelsky went off the top side. He may be done with this. We're coming around. 2 to go. Lafon with the lead. King trying to run him down. Vinny still third. Brunner's right there in the fourth spot. Tefelsky off the track and finished. So we will not see him until feature time. But right now, white flag in the air for Jordan Lafon. Wide on the entry, cuts it down to the bottom, goes wide on the exit. He goes into 3 and 4 for the final time, right through the middle. And Jordan Lafon going to win Heat 1. Scott King going to come on second. And then you got Vinny, John Brunner, Austin Demore, and Tefelsky after his problems, rounding things out. So, Heat 1 is finished. Heat 2 in the books. Or Heat 2, I mean, not in the books. In the chute, getting ready to come out. And let's show you how they look. Wow, all kinds of discombobulated tonight. The 07 of Pete Dillon will start on the pole, and he'll have the 64 of Randy Brunner, as opposed to the 46 of John Brunner, on his outside. Reed Rundle, defending series champ, on the inside of row number 2. Next 2. Guy I told everybody you better watch. He drives the 11 car, Shane Yates, and the 31 of Andrew Humphrey will start on the tail end. Well, there's old Bill. I see Bill in the chat. We're going to try to have some fun. I can't promise nobody nothing. Track still looks pretty heavy to me. So I think they'll probably take most of, if not all of, that warm-up session coming up after this heat. Get out here and knock some of the moisture out of this track. Pretty tacky, and means that the bottom will still be pretty dominant. They want to get that groove wore out in the middle. So you got to choose whether you're going low or you're going high. Those two lines usually kind of come back together as far as speed and time getting around here. We'll have a good feature this evening. But Heat 2 about to go under the green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Pete Dillon, Randy Brunner. Pretty good start, pretty clean. Through 1 and 2. I think Dillon's car got tight. He got it off the bar. There goes Brunner. There goes Dillon. Rundle's going to the lead. Yates will slide through into second. And Humphrey from the back is going to move up to third. Other two drivers getting going here. Dillon's back on track, but Brunner is sitting at the top side. And caution. Woo! That was a close call for Reed Rundle. He come off too wide, and Brunner's car was facing him. So way back at the beginning, kind of innocent, kind of just getting the race started, a little bit of a racing incident. But Dillon went in. The car did not just get up on the bars and finish that rotation. And when it got tight, he already had somebody on the outside. He loses the spoiler on the back, so it'll be interesting for him for the rest of this one. So we'll get them sorted out, get it all figured out. I think Mr. Brunner's going to be able to remain lead lap. It's showing him scored there. I think that caution flag came out before Rundle got to him, so they'll leave him on the lead lap. All 5 cars still out here, still racing. We're going to have at least one more pace lap. Probably going to turn the lights off here momentarily. They do go off on the safety vehicle. We'll get them spread out too wide. That's going to be fun for Rundle, because now he's got Yates on the outside. And if you give the guy in the 11 car even the slightest opening, you're probably going backwards in the field. So let's get everybody doubled up pace truck out of the way, and the green flag back in the air. Good start for Rundle. He's going to clear Yates. Humphrey's going to the bottom. Brunner went way down low as well. Brunner is going to get around Dylan. Dylan is going to have a hard time keeping that car from sliding around without that spoiler back there. So he'll be fine on the straightaways, but down the corners he won't have any downforce on the back. The car's just going to slow down, because he's going to have to wait for it. We're going back to the front. We're coming around to 4 to go. And it is Rundle in front of Yates, and Yates already trying to figure out the high sides fast, and the exit super fast right there. He got a ginormous run coming out of 4. Able to grab the lead, headed down the backstretch, but Rundle will fight back. Rundle goes to the bottom. He'll slide out wide out of 4. Left enough room. New leader, Shane Yates that time by. Rundle still second. Humphrey is third, but he's got company. Brunner is right back in it. Trying to get third away, 2 to go this time. Yates starting to get away from him. Best battle looks like it's shaping up for third right here. Andrew Humphrey trying to hang on to third. Brunner went low. He's going to throw the slider. Whoa, they both had to make a decision right there. Brunner kept it low, but Humphrey wasn't sure. He checked up a little on the white flag lap and opened the door, and Brunner got by. But now Yates to the front with the invert. It should be pretty exciting come feature time. Rundle's going to be second, Brunner third, Humphrey fourth, and Dillon struggling in the 07 car. He will come home fifth, but he'll get that thing fixed up. He'll be ready for the feature. We'll have about 5 minutes here. And we'll grab driver and chat with him in just a moment. Tiny Dancer, you got a copy.
Hey, what's going on, Roger?
Well, we're watching a little racing here tonight. You got in the middle of a hornet's nest there in your heat race, and I don't know if it necessarily cost you positions, but yeah, it's going to put you kind of mid-pack for the feature. What's the 18 got to try to get up to the front?
Yeah, I dodged a couple of bullets there for once, so yeah, I thought me and Adam were quite, I think, faster than those guys in front. I just had nowhere to go, and they got kind of hooked together and got lucky and split the middle. So yeah, hopefully we're starting up near the front here, and we can miss all the stuff behind us and get a good show.
All right, man. Well, we're going to be looking for that yellow 18 car to move to the front here, and you were just barely a tick off of Vinny all night long. I saw you say something about being off the line. Is it going to be able to find the line for the feature and get around that guy?
Yeah, I tried to put in a little time here this afternoon, and I think I was just a little high on my qualifying line. So, we just missed it. So, it's nice when you're just a click off versus 0.3 off. So, I think the speed's there. We just gotta go find it and run with those guys. So, should be a good night.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there. Hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Did it. Thanks, Roger. Have a good one.
Scott King, a.k.a. Tiny Dancer. That nickname has stuck. I'm so happy about that, too, because I don't know what we were doing one night, he and I think we were working on some admin stuff for DSRL. For whatever reason, I said, you look like a poor man's Elton John. Because I got a photograph of him on Facebook. After that, Tiny Dancer was his nickname, and it has stuck. It's been kind of fun. He embraces it, I believe. It looks like we're going to run this whole session out. They are really getting the track kind of ironed in. It's starting to really look smooth all the way around. It doesn't look heavy like it did. All those marbles are going up to the top of the track, which will make it a little bit interesting because those marbles do have moisture in them. They don't always just settle the car down. Sometimes you'll get a little free getting across them. Somebody may go flying out the side window or the back door or something here we get through these corners and up the backstretch. So we will see. Probably going to see those two cars together quite a bit tonight. Yates and Rundle. See where they start at tonight. See Austin Moore back in here. Let's see Pete Dillon. They got that thing fixed. Yeah, they got the back end back on it. Handful of pop rivets and a hot glue gun probably do the trick. That car might not be perfect. He's still struggling to get around. There's old Adam Vinny. He was the quickest in the first two sessions. There goes Randy Runner off the backside. We may see some of that in the feature tonight, guys. But Adam Vinny was quick in both the first two sessions, practicing and qualifying. See what he does come feature time. He and Scott King kind of got bamboozled a little in the heat race. Didn't get finishes that maybe they should have. There goes Yates with a big slider on Brunner. So we'll wrap this up, get ready for the feature. Another reminder about tomorrow night, guys. Championship night for Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder. 80 laps at Kokomo for the big blocks. I'll turn around and do 80 laps at Kokomo for the UMPs. Champions getting crowned. We will have it live. I'll be back in the booth. I'm getting out of the car for the last week of the season. We're going to go back in the booth. And see how that goes. At least get it covered for the guys. So we're looking at our invert. I think that front row is going to move. I don't think it's going to be Humphrey and John Brunner. I think it's going to be Brunner and Randy Brunner and Adam Vinny on the front row. And then we're going to see Reed Rundle and Scott King row 2, Shane Yates and Jordan LaFawn row 3. Then you'll see Andrew Humphrey and John Brunner in row number 4. DeMoore and Dillon in 5, and Tefelsky on the back. 35 laps is the distance regardless. Starting tonight with just 2 races left, 406 points to 318. That's Rundle to Vinny 1-2. Garrett Boyd missing the show tonight. 343 is about 70 points back. Peter Brees not here tonight either. And then Scott King in 5th, a good distance back. Our clean driver at the moment, Shane Yates is your clean driver leader. Adam Vinny is 2nd in that category. So they're gonna reshuffle, and it is Rundle and King on the front row, LaFawn and Yates in row 2, John Brunner, Andrew Humphrey row 3, Randy Brunner, Adam Vinny row 4, then DeMoore, Dillon, and Tefelsky. Going green this time out of turn number 4. See how long it takes the 11 car to come forward. See how long it takes the 51 car to get through the traffic and get to the front. And we'll see if that 18 car can do something with all these guys as quick as he's been all night long. But it is time for the Thunder. Out of turn number 4, Reed Rundle and Scott King getting us started. A little wiggly Bobby going down that front stretch right there, back about the 3rd and 4th row. Right now they're 3 wide out of 2 already. That was LaFawn trying to stick his nose between Yates and King, and it didn't work. Yates clears King. LaFawn pushing Scott King down the front stretch. King keeping the inside locked down, almost had 2nd, back away from Shane Yates. Big momentum out of 4. Rundle used it, Yates used it. Able to clear Scott King and stay 1-2. King still 3rd, LaFawn. Now Humphrey has made it up to the 4th spot. Or to the 5th spot, excuse me. Oh, car sideways at the back. It's Austin DeMoore. I think he's going to be able to get it righted and keep going, but he is going to be quite a ways off the field now, about half a lap. We're watching the battle for third, fourth, and fifth right here. LaFawn got around King. Humphrey trying to do the same. Adam Vinny's trying to put pressure on them. Maybe he's just waiting to see if that's going to materialize into any kind of contact or maybe give him a free open door. Meanwhile, at the front, we've got a new leader, Shane Yates. And he is starting to get away from these guys already. He got past Rundle. He's opened up 0.4 of a second. Rundle's still second, but LaFawn's closing in. So is King. These guys have broken away from fifth place. Adam Vinny as Vinny got around Humphrey last lap. Humphrey's still sixth, then Randy Brunner. Pete Dillon up to the eighth spot. John Brunner is ninth, Dan Tefelsky 10th, and Austin DeMore. He is just now going into three, and your leaders are coming out at 1 and 2, so only a straightaway separating. Yates is using the middle at 3 and 4. He was using the top side. Watch Rundle and LaFawn now as they start to gap out a little bit on Scott King in fourth. And LaFawn had thoughts of going to the bottom and trying to make a pass. You can see the 7 car of DeMore. Here comes LaFawn to the top. That time Rundle went slider line and lost some momentum. LaFawn gave him a little punt and now works around him in 1 and 2. And Jordan LaFawn takes over the second spot. Oh, car off the backside. That could have been Adam Vinny. No, it wasn't. Might have been Pete. I don't know who it was. They got back on the track pretty quick there. Yates. Out front car headed for pit road. Austin DeMore taking that 7 car off into the pit area. Muskego. Cool. We'd like to know where everybody's watching from if we can get a worldwide audience. Shane Yates running away with this thing. He is out to a full second over LaFawn, who just 2-3 laps ago got past Reed Rundle. Rundle now under fire. I thought King was going to be alongside of him there down the backstretch for just a second. Didn't have enough momentum, but look who is coming now in the 5th spot. Here comes the 51 car of Adam Vinny. Lumberjack limousine on the move. Back here, Andrew Humphrey and Randy Brunner. That is 6 and 7. Pete Dillon's still 8th. John Brunner a long 9th. He is a long ways away in 9th, and then Tefelsky is quite a ways back there. Nearly half track, maybe a little bit over half track. It has been all Yates. Go back here. Let's go on board. Off of. Oh, let's go off the right front. Let's not go off the left front. Let's go off the right front. As Vinny tries to make the move on King. Couldn't get it done in 3 and 4. Now right up on the edge, the right rear, almost hanging off the edge of the track. Big run out of 4. This time I think it's going to stick. Adam Vinny gonna pick up the spot. King has a run down the backstretch. I don't know if he's going to go slider line or not right here. He didn't take it all the way to the outside. Just too much momentum, and Vinny has now cleared into the 4th spot, the 18 of Scott King. But out front, we're getting down. It's clicking off, 13 to go, and it's almost 2 full seconds for Yates over LaFawn. Rundle still on the podium in third, but Adam Vinny is closing. Vinny has been faster the last couple of laps. Not this lap as he clips the fence coming out of 4 a little bit. Lost a bunch of ground right there that he had made up over the couple of 3 or 4 laps before that. Coming around to 10 to go. Rundle with a slip off the top side of 2. Vinny got a good run out of the bottom side of that corner. Adam Vinny is there. He is going to make a race out of this last podium spot for sure. Goes in low. Can he get the move done? Almost. He may be able to get it done down here in 3 and 4 if he could have stayed alongside, I guess is what I should say. He might have been able to make that slider across the nose of the 43. Couldn't do it that time. He'll have to regroup and go at him again. Not as much of a run coming out of 2 as there is down here at this end off 3 and 4. Vinny will close right up right here. They'll pull down to the inside. This time the slider might stick. In deep up to the top. This might do it because he's got the top side. If he goes pretty much wide open all the way around, Rundle. Oh, Rundle. Right rear end to the left front. Somebody just bit it. Vinny went to second. LaFawn flew off the outside of 3 and 4. He's out of harm's way. No caution. So, second place driver. Problems for him. And now Rundle's still on the podium, but behind Adam Vinny now. So Yates, Vinny, Rundle King in front of the top 5. Shane Yates getting the wave lap this time out of 4, 5 to go. 4 seconds ahead of second place, Adam Vinny. Yates is absolutely dominating this field right now. Right through the middle, just so smooth. Looks like he is on an absolute cruise right now. Car's not getting out of shape. He has stayed in the middle. Only ventured to the top side a couple of times. A little wider this time than the last time in 3 and 4. 3 to go. Gap's closing a little, but there's not enough time left in this one. Two to go, the signal. Lap traffic right in front. I don't know if it's going to become a factor or not. Lap times he's clicking off. It wouldn't surprise me. He's more than a half second faster than these guys, and they aren't a second ahead of him. But the white flag is out. Final lap. MARS. ScrubADub Car Wash and Oil Change Center's limited late model series from Lernerville. Tonight's going the way of the 11 car. Shane Yates will be your winner this evening. He'll win by an easy 3 1/4 seconds over the hard charging Adam Vinny. Made up a lot of ground, just not enough. And then Reed Rundle's going to finish third. Scott King, Randy Brenner, 4 and 5. Get the boys around on the front. We'll get ready for some interviews. I'm pretty sure I know who that is. And we're waiting for Shane, but we'll get started at the back.
Yes.
Quick drive. He came all the way up to second and then had to hang on tight to finish on the podium. Driver of the 43 car, Reed Rundle. You faded a little at the end, buddy.
Yeah, I couldn't get a handle on things tonight right from the beginning or whatever, and start on the pole, and I knew Shane was going to be fast as always, and same with Adam. I mean, he's been coming on more and more each week, but Jordan has only run with us a few times this year, but has run with us in the past, and he's always fast too. So I kind of knew he was going to be up there, and I don't know, it's one of them nights.
Well, sometimes you get the bear and sometimes the bear gets you. And it looked like tonight a little fortune went your way. You're still on the podium, and that should extend your points lead with a couple of the guys that were right behind you not being here tonight. So, with what, one race left in the season, right?
Yeah, one race left for this season. I think we're in third in the dirt. Shane's leading and Adam's second. So we kind of kept that same thing. We'll see if that lengthens out anything based on the drop weeks and stuff like that, going into the last week, and we'll kind of go from there. So bummer again. Sorry for you guys too, with only 10, 11 cars in. I know it's a quick night, but kind of bummed that we're not getting the car count, but we'll see what happens for next season.
Well, the fans have a lot of fun with us anyway, and there was a lot of chatter, and we got to talk to
that's good.
Couple of drivers, so everything was cool. Man, give me some shout outs and thank yous before we let you head out.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to ScrubADub for continuing to support our broadcast series, and Wabam for the Clean Driver Award. You guys for putting on a hell of a show each time, regardless of how many cars are here or how many drivers show up and that kind of stuff. My dad down in Florida and my wife upstairs, and of course Bravo Trailers, Beard Wisconsin, Beard Oils, 5-Star Bodies, Little Caesars Pizza, Trading Paints, all that good stuff that we've had on the cars for a while. So, but thanks again for the broadcast, Roger. We always appreciate it.
No problem, man. We'll be getting a hold of you this week. Got some things to talk to you about. So,
Yeah,
good run
sure.
tonight. We appreciate it. We'll look forward to seeing you guys back on the pavement next Sunday. But I'll see you tomorrow night for DSRL.
Yes, sir.
All right, there is your third place finisher, folks, Mr. Reed Rundle. And we'll move on. We'll talk to the driver of the 51 car. He had enough speed. He got clear of almost everybody. I think he just kind of ran out of time to try to even run down the 11 car. He probably needed a caution with about 10 to go. But Adam Vinny, still a pretty good night of racing.
I appreciate that. Gave her all she got.
Yeah, you were fast in the practice session. You were fast in qualifying. Got a little hiccuped in your heat race, and then you had to charge through some traffic. And by the time you got clear of those guys, Shane was pretty much just gone.
Yeah, heat race. Got in it with Tefelsky. Luckily, I was able to save it, but it was unfortunate. That would have put me in second to try and chase down the leader. But all in all, good run. Feature was a whole lot of fun, and yeah, just ran out of time, ran out of car, and definitely ran out of tire.
Yeah, looked like you guys did a really good job in the warm-up session of getting this track moved around. And one end it looked like the middle to the bottom was good, and then down 3 and 4 especially, it looked like the top. You could get a monster run coming out of turn 4, and you were making up a lot of time up there.
Yeah, turn 1 and 2 was I thought was still good down low, just as long as you wouldn't pinch the car. And then 3 and 4, you keep that roll up there. It's kind of tighter down there, so you keep it on the high side, keep it rolling. I definitely think high side was where it's at.
Well, a great run, man. Give us some shout-outs, some thank yous. You got a bunch of fans in the chat, and then we'll let you get out of here.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Roger. You, as always, put on a great show. Everybody that came out, we really appreciate it. It helps out this network. It helps out this league. I appreciate just all the fans. Beard Wisconsin, Small Batch Beard Oils and Balms, Outlaw Chassis and Suspension. It's Wisconsin, the Wisconsinite Podcast, Wabam, ScrubADub, Reed for this awesome league. And congrats to Shane and Reed for an awesome run. It was a lot of fun.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we're going to look forward to seeing you tomorrow night over at Dirt Slingers.
Thank you.
That is your second place finisher, Adam Vinny. And now we'll move on to a little bit of a longer camera angle. But, guys, if you've been around the network, you know the 11 car. You know who drives it. There's no doubt. I said at the beginning of the night, better keep an eye on him. If he's anywhere near the front, he's going to be hunting it. He got out front and absolutely stunk up the show. But Shane Yates, pretty fun ride tonight.
Yeah, I was worried about getting out front. I was like, man, I got to get out front because I already got 2X in my heat race, a little contact where they, on my first lap, I believe. I was like, man, I can't get hit again. Jordan threw that big slider and caught me, but it didn't give me a 2X. I was like, man, thank God.
Well, it sounds to me like you're just as much in tune with the Clean Driver Award, and maybe it's a little more important than even the series championship.
Yeah, I ain't won it. I think since I've been in this league, so I'm really trying for that one.
A lot of guys really get kind of focused on that clean driver thing, which is fantastic for any kind of racing, to want to be the cleanest driver out there. But, series championships have got to mean at least a little bit, and you are way out in front of the points on this one.
Yeah, it's really good. Man, I like getting these plaques that Reed gets for us, buddy. They're nice to hang on the wall. So, yeah, I really try for them things. I like them a lot. To hang them on the wall, just show them off and stuff when people come by.
Well, a good race tonight. You only got one more dirt race left in this series, and I'm pretty sure that you just have to show up for it, man. What are you thinking getting kind of ready for that last one?
Just come out, show up, and stay smooth as I can. Hopefully I don't end up in the back.
All right, man. Well, let's get some shout-outs, some thank yous for tonight's win, and we'll let you start celebrating.
I think my teammates, Tri-City, them guys, and I want to thank TNT Motorsports, them guys. I want to thank Reed for putting this on and you for broadcasting it. And I want to thank Scary Strokes, ScrubADub. I might be forgetting another one. I can't remember. I'm old. Can't remember stuff.
Yeah, me too. I barely remember my own name, buddy. Congrats on the win, man. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night over at DSRL.
All right, man. Let's see, bud.
Shane Yates picking up the win again here, and he's going to extend that points lead so far. I think he just basically needs to be here in 2 weeks on Sunday, and that title is his. So good for him. I say it every time we see him. He's the guy you got to watch because he is just really good and really smooth in the dirt, and he's just a champion. So we'll look at our results. Yates, Vinny, Runnel, 1, 2, 3. King with a good run tonight in the 4th spot. Randy Brunner. On the only night that he shows up to race, he works the rest of the week, guys. He's a night. He works at night, and it makes it difficult for him. So I think he's probably going to be a little sad when this series moves off of Sunday nights for the summer. But Randy finishing in 5th. Pete Dillon was 6th. Andrew Humphrey 7th. John Brunner in 8th. Dan Tefelsky 9th. Jordan LaVon 10th. And Austin DeMore rounded out the field. Early exit for him. He just did not have the car underneath him pretty much all night long. So he gave it up a little bit early this evening. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Again, do not forget about tomorrow night championships night over at DSRL. We'll talk to all the race winners and the 2 champions at the end of their 2 respective races. Big, long ones at Kokomo, 80 laps each. Not a big track, a lot of laps. It'll take a little while. Should still be fun. We'll wrap those guys' season up, and then we'll kind of let everybody know what's going to be happening on Monday nights in the very near future here. So we'll move on for that. The rest of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, every night, about 8 o'clock Eastern. Be sure you are here. Say hi in the chat. But I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the great leagues, there's nothing for us to cover. So thanks to everybody on both sides of that coin. Till we see y'all the next time. Peace and love to everybody. Keep it dirty.